Hello friends, welcome to lecture series of digital signal processing. So in this video, we will study the basic elements of digital signal processing, its advantages on the analog signal processing and its application. In the last lecture, or we can say in the last video, I have covered the complete syllabus of digital signal processing subject thoroughly. I have explained the introductory part of each subject. So this is the most important point, or we can say one of the basic point of digital signal processing, that everybody should know about the basic elements of digital signal processing. It belongs to mostly first chapter of this subject, and it is very common subject, and the common terms of this subject, that is basic elements. So there are basically 5 to 6 blocks which is used to process the digital analog signal digitally. What happens is that the processing on the analog signal is little bit difficult, because analog signal is continuous in nature, as you already know the properties of analog signal. And the these signals has problem of insertion of noise during its processing. So better to use digital signal processing instead of analog signal. We are processing the analog signal by digital means. In this in this point, we are processing the analog signal by digital means, or we can say there are various digital algorithms or basic processors which is used to process these digital signals. For that purpose, there are some basic blocks of the digital signal processing. We will study it one by one. So let me give the introduction of DSP system. So what is digital signal processing? The basic definition is: the digital signal processing is defined as the changing or analysis of signals, or we can say information, which is measured as a discrete sequence of numbers. Okay, so this discrete sequence of numbers is nothing but the digital signal, and the continuous sequence is nothing but the analog signal. So please remember, this is the basic difference of digital signal and analog signal. So what definition says? It says that DSP is defined as changing or analysis of signals or the information. We can say the signals carried the some out information regarding the some quantity. So which is measured as a discrete sequence of numbers. So all the processing, all the analysis, all the measurements on these signals is done by digitally. So this is basic definition of DSP. So but what is the system? So next definition is the system. The system associated with the signals, it is nothing but the physical device that performs an operation of signal. So we can say we have such type of equipments or the components or the systems which is made by joining various subsystems, which is used to perform some operations on these digital signals, or we can say there are some algorithms which is used to perform the operations on the digital signal. So all this combined with the systems. I think you have clear the basic definition of DSP and the system. So let's move forward. There is a one simple block diagram is given, that is it is for a system. So we are giving the input signal at the input of system. The input signal might be digital signal or the analog signal. If it is a digital signal, then we have to convert it into analog signal if our system is analog type, or the input signal is the analog signal, then we have to convert it into digital signal if the signal processing is of digital type. So from this basic block diagram, we can say there is an input signal or the any quantity of input or information which is given to the system. The system will process the some operation on these signals, and the output can be taken out from the output of the system. So this output, it can be analog signal or digital signal, whatever the requirement. So from the definition, or we can say from this theory given below, we can see, so when we will apply an input signal to the system will process the signal and we get the expected response. the phenomena is called as signal processing. So the output is nothing but the response of the system. There is another word is used here, that is a response of the system, which is nothing but the output of any system. So let's move forward, which is the our topic, that is basic elements of DSP system. So as we can see, there are total 6 blocks, basic blocks are used, which is used to conversion, perform some operation, analysis of this analog or digital system. So as we can see, there is an input signal of is of analog type. We are processing this analog signal by digital means. So for that purpose, we have to convert this analog signal into digital signal, because our complete system is of digital type, or we can say discrete type. So this continuous time analog signal denoted by x of t is given to the anti-aliasing filter. So I think you have known this effect, that is aliasing. It is very common term which is used in the signal processing. I will tell you one short definition of the aliasing. So aliasing is an effect that causes different signals to become indistinguishable when sampled. Okay. So during the sampling, it is the error signal, we can say it is error cause, which leads to indistinguishable of signal. It also refers to distortion or artifact that results when the signals is reconstructed from samples. So if we want to reconstruct our original input signal, or we can say we want to reconstruct the samples which is given at the input, this aliasing effect can occur. There are some reasons why this effect occurs. We will study it afterwards. But for now, there is a basic building block, which is the first block, which is nothing but the anti-aliasing filter. Then the second one is the sample and hold circuit, which is used to sampling the input signal. Then it is a next block is the ADC, which is analog to digital converter. Then the output of this analog to digital converter, which is nothing but the discrete time sequence, which is digital one, is given to the digital signal processor. So this processor will perform some operations, or we can say it will perform some processing on the digital signal, and the output of this processor is given to the DAC, which is nothing but the digital to analog converter, and it given to the reconstruction filter. This filter is used to reconstruct the our original signal, original analog signal, and the output is nothing but the analog signal, which is nothing but the response of the DSP system. So this is very simple 6 blocks which is used to process the digital signal, or you can say which is used to process the analog signal by digital means. Okay, we will study its theory, quickly review the theory of these basic blocks. That is first one, which is nothing but the input signal, which we are giving to the anti-aliasing filter. So input signal is a signal generated from the transducer or from some communication system. So as we know the what is the transducer, which is the component which is used to convert some form of energy into another form of energy. That means from electrical to mechanical, or mechanical to electrical, vice versa. So it is a signal from the transducers, some type of transducers. It may come from the medical system, okay, medical equipments like ECG, EEG, or the communication system also. Generally, input signal is the analog in nature, and it is denoted by x of t, which is given this block diagram. So the next block is the anti-aliasing filter. So this anti-aliasing filter is nothing but the low pass filter. Okay, it removes the high frequency noise content in the input signal. The input signal is nothing but the analog signal. It also avoids aliasing effect. That means it is used to band limit the signal. So there is basically main important function of this anti-aliasing filter. It avoids the aliasing Okay, it suppresses the effect of aliasing by basically using filter mechanism. So it can be acts as a low pass filter, or we can say it is used to band limit the input analog signal, which is nothing but the X of t. The third part, or we can say third block, is the sample and hold circuit. So this blocks takes the samples of input signal. Okay, we are taking the samples of equal distance of time from the analog signal. It keeps voltage level of the input analog signal relatively constant, which is the requirement of ADC, which is nothing but analog to digital converter. So this is basic function of sample and hold circuit. In the next chapter, we will have thoroughly description of this each and every block. So we will discuss it thoroughly afterwards. The next one is the analog to digital converter, which is most important block in these basic elements of DSP. So this block is used to convert analog signal into digital form. This is required because digital signal processor accepts only signal which is digital in nature. So as I have told you, the digital signal processor, if we are processing the signal by digitally, then the input of the system should be digital one. So but we are giving the analog signal at the input, so we have to put analog to digital converter block before this processor. Okay, so this block is used to convert input analog signal into digital form, and those digital signal will be fed to the digital signal processor, then it will perform some operations. The next one is the digital signal processor, one of the most important part in these basic elements of DSP, and we have to study this part in complete subject, that is digital signal processor. There are various algorithms, various processes, various methods which is used to digital signal processing. So it provides input signal digitally, it process input signal digitally in samples, in sampling language processing of input signal, making or modifying the signal as per requirement. For this purpose, DSP processors like ADSP 2100 or TMS 320 can be used. So for your syllabus, there is a TMS processor is given. So we will study it thoroughly afterwards. So these are some processors which is used to process the digital signal which is coming from the analog to digital converter to the required response. Okay, the line is given that in sampling language, processing of input signal, making modifying the signal as per the requirement. So this is basic and the most important block of these basic elements of DSP. So as you know, the next block will be digital to analog converter, because the output from the DSP processor is nothing but the digital one, but we want the output at the response of the system which is nothing but the analog. So this block is used after digital signal processor. So the output of digital signal processor is digital in nature. So for final output of digital signal converter to analog signal by DAC. So using this DAC, we are getting the analog signal at the output of this system. So this is a basic function of digital to analog converter. The last block of these elements of DSP, which is the reconstruction filter. So the output signal of DAC is analog in nature. That means it is continuous signal, but it may contain high frequency components. Okay, so those high frequency components are nothing but unwanted high frequency components. So this can be removed using reconstruction filter. So the basic function of this reconstruction filter is it is used to remove the high frequency components in the analog signal. So at the output we are getting original analog signal which is processed by digital signals. So these are the basic blocks of the digital signal processor. You should remember each and every block, which is very simple. One thing I want to tell you about the fourth block, which is analog to digital converter. So in this block we are doing analog conversion of analog signal to digital signal. So for that purpose the three basic methods are used, that is sampling, quantizing and encoding. I think you have learned about these three methods in digital communication or any other subject. That is the three methods which are most important to convert any analog signal into digital signal. Those are sampling, quantizing, and encoding. So we will study it afterwards. Just I want to tell you about these three methods which are used to convert analog to digital converter. So I think you have clear the basic elements of DSP, which is the basic part of this subject, digital signal processing. You should know these basics before moving to the actual algorithms and the operation of the DSP system. So I will quickly review some of the advantages of digital signal processing over the analog signal processing. So these are the advantages marked with the bold. So we can say there is various advantages of this DSP, that is flexible systems, its accuracy, storage mechanism of these signals, also the losses of signals, processing time, the sophisticated signal processing. Okay, also it is less sensitive to the noise, lower cost, cascaded or duplicated easily. It can be compressed also and encrypted and decrypted also. So just you have to learn or you have to remember these basic points of the advantages of digital signal processing or the analog signal processing. So I will quickly discuss this. So the first point is digital signal processing operations can be changed by changing the program in digital programmable system. So just by changing the programs or changing the some algorithms, we can change the responses of digital signal processing. So it can say it is very flexible system. So the second point shows it is very accuracy in digital system as compared to analog system. The third one is the storage mechanism of these signals. So these signals can be easily stored in the magnetic media, magnetic tape also, without loss of quantity. And also we can reproduce this signal very easily. So the processing time of these signals is very low. The fourth point is shown that. So and those can be easily transported. These systems are very also sophisticated systems. Digital circuits are less sensitive to tolerances of components values. Okay, we are using so many components for this processing, and each component has some tolerances. So those are very less sensitive to these tolerances. Then the digital circuits can be reproduced easily in the large quantities, and also it has lower cost. That means the cost required for the digital system is very low. Also the digital system can be cascaded without any loading problems. These signals can be easily compressed as compared to analog signal processing. And the last one is the digital signals can be easily encrypted and decrypted. So all these advantages helps to digital signal processing widely used in the all signal processing mechanism, and it has very wide application in electronics, or we can say in any field digital signal processing is must. So we will discuss the basic applications of the DSP. So it has various applications in all the fields, that is in the space, that is for space photography enhancement, or we can say image processing techniques, data compression, intelligent sensor analysis, and remote space probes. So in this space, the digital signal processing can also be used space research or space signal analyzing. In the medical field also, they are used to diagnosing imaging, CST, MRI, ultrasound. Those are the medical treatment or medical scanning methods of the body part. So for that purpose, DSP is also used. Also the medical image storage, electrocardiogram analysis. So for the commercial point of view, image and sound processing is used for DSP. Also movie special effects, video conferencing calling. So all these movie making, video editing purpose, image processing purpose, for commercial point of view, the DSP is used. In communications also, that means in the telephone system, voice and data compression, echo reduction, noise reduction, signal multiplexing, filtering. So those are the methods which is used for the telephony purpose and the communication also. So for that purpose DSP systems are used in military also, which is most important applications in the radar. Radar stands for radio detection and ranging. For sonar application, which is used to find the depth of the sea or ocean. Ordnance guidance, secure communication. For that purpose DSP is used. And there are some other applications in industry and scientific. So for the industry, oil and mineral prospecting, process monitoring and control, non-destructive testing, CAD and design tools. So these are some industrial applications of DSP. Various softwares used by this industry for the designing and analyzing any component, for that the required quality quantity. So that purpose industry use the digital signal processing. And also for the scientific, there are data acquisition, earthquake recording and analysis, simulation and modeling, and spectral analysis. So all these are the wide variety of applications of digital signal processing. So please remember this application, those are very important point of view. So you should know the basic applications of DSP before studying the complete subject. So these are the advantages of ASP, DSP over the ASP, and the part which we have studied, which nothing but the basic elements of DSP. So this is the block diagram of basic elements of DSP, which is very simple one. So thank you for this video. In the next video, we will discuss the each and every block thoroughly, and we will discuss the various transforms of the processing of this digital signal. So I think you have clear these all the points and the same basics of DSP. Thank you so much.